Hundreds of unhoused people in Fresno now have a temporary place to stay after funding was cut for a homeless shelter on Blackstone Avenue.
The good news is we had people step up and make sure we didn't have anybody displaced in the city of Fresno.
How city leaders and local organizations rallied together in a matter of hours to help those in need.
A new hope for people in the Middle East this morning as Israel and Hamas enter the first phase of a ceasefire deal. What conditions both sides are agreeing to uphold and why more negotiations are likely to happen as they carve a path to peace.
The government shutdown is now dragging into day 9 and lawmakers remain at an impasse. What strategy GOP congressional leaders are now thinking of employing to reopen the government and why some warn that it's too risky.
You're watching Fox 26, and now, great day.
All right, and we begin this 5 o'clock hour with a live look at Yosemite National Park, El Capitan with a side view of Half Dome in the background. Man, last couple of days, we've been getting some good shots here at Yosemite National Park. Beautiful stars in the background, too. I think they know we're getting close to the weekend there. I don't know about you, how you guys feel about that, but we are pretty close. Good Thursday morning. I am Carl Cook. Kim Stevenson on assignment today.
I'm Christina Rodriguez. Liz Gonzalez is off today.
And I'm Justin Willis. Thank you for joining us here on this Thursday morning, almost to the weekend. Everything's looking nice. The weather's easing up. We got cooler temperatures, clear skies. You can see Yosemite real clearly right now because of how bright the moon is. It's not a full moon anymore, but still bright enough out there that you can see everything. So it's been nice.
Every time we see that, I feel like it's a screensaver. It just looks so beautiful.
Yeah.
It just looks
fake.
It
looks unreal.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just screenshot it and save it on your iPad.
I might have to.
Yeah.
New screensaver.
Yeah. So, sorry, today we got cooler temperatures here. In fact, our temperatures are going to get below normal for us today. It's going to be really nice out there. So let's get your day planner here going and show you what's happening here for your Thursday. Right now, it is 59 degrees out there. Yeah, 59. Yeah, I haven't seen that in a second there. You might need a jacket heading out the door if you're on your way somewhere right now. Winds are out of the west at 5 miles an hour. The dew point's at 53. And here's the rest of your day. At 10 a.m., it's going to be 66. At noon, 72. And at 5 o'clock, 79 degrees. Clear skies, and winds will be fairly calm for you out there today. Up next, though, all right, so next weather maker. Not only do we have cooler temperatures, we have a chance of rain on the way, and it looks like it's going to be a good amount, too. I'll give you the details coming up in your Great Day forecast.
A major crisis now avoided for the time being after city officials learn of an unplanned shutdown at the Soul Housing homeless shelter. The facility, along one of Fresno's busiest streets of Blackstone Avenue, has been providing recuperative care for people experiencing homelessness. Mayor Jerry Dyer says that Soul Housing made it clear back in July that they were shutting down in mid-October because of funding cuts, and there would be a transition plan in place, but that didn't happen. In an urgent response, Mayor Dyer says he contacted several local community partners to ask if they could step in to prevent a widespread displacement.
To their credit, to Calviva, Paderewell Harris, as well as RH Community Builders, all of them stepped up. RH Community Builders went in there last night to the Motel 6. They worked with the Calviva to get a funding to oversee this operation until we could put together a transition plan, which we're doing now.
We have a great community of partnerships and providers who always rise to the occasion to serve the community the best way possible.
For now, the shelter is still open, but now it's being run by RH Community Builders. Wilbur says her team is now doing assessments and referrals to determine who qualifies for the continued services. Now, those who don't, she says, will have a place at the Poverello House. Now, let's take a closer look at what led to this sudden closure. We reached out to Soul Housing and HealthNet, the company that was contracted with to provide the services. Soul Housing provided the following statement saying that it wished HealthNet had informed it sooner that continuity of care and the transition plan would not be provided for their members, and also noted just how quickly the community of Fresno rallied to take care of the situation. HealthNet told us, quote, the company gave Soul Housing the required 120 days notice. Now, we contacted the same housing shelter in Los Angeles to check if that was also being affected. Now, it confirmed the location is not closing, and RH Community Builders there, just like the one here in Fresno, is also stepping in to help.
All right, let's get a look at the forecast and show you what's going on out there. All right, so yeah, this cold front here working its way in and bringing some cooler air from the Gulf of Alaska there. That low pressure has been building all week, and it's going to start to drop close to our area. Not close enough. The front will and get us cooler there, but the rain that was coming from that system not going to impact us in the Central Valley anyway. There is going to be some rain though there in Southern California there today and likely into tomorrow here. So let's track that with your futurecast because it's coming from that tropical storm now, Priscilla. It's been downgraded. It was a hurricane yesterday. It is now back to being a tropical storm. It's still working its way up the coast of Baja, and it's going to hang a right there a little earlier than anticipated there. So the rain that we were going to see in the desert regions there, it's a little less so now. So let's track all this for you. You can kind of see this afternoon here just some splotchiness going on there from the tropical storm there and things beginning from that low pressure coming up from the north. It does get heavy though by tomorrow afternoon up in Northern California and parts of the Bay Area there. And then over in the Arizona desert regions, they could see some flash flooding over there in that Four Corners region. You kind of see how strong things get over here. We could see a little bit of snow up in the high Sierra there Saturday afternoon about 2 o'clock with what's coming in from all this. Maybe some sprinkles there in the foothills and mountains, but not a lot coming from that. What we are looking at a lot of is coming in from the north and probably late Monday there. You can kind of see, we already see some developments of snow up there in the Sierra Nevada mountains. So this one is intensifying here since yesterday. We'll see by Tuesday morning there, we could be waking up to heavy rain. In fact, we could see widespread heavy rain out of the storm that is coming in. And the snow levels, it's going to be pretty intense. In fact, those snow levels could drop down to about 5,000 feet. This is going to be a very cold storm that's working in. Our temperatures are going to drop into the likely low 60s there. And we could see some very strong cells from this storm working in up in the North Valley, down in Los Angeles, near Santa Barbara there as well, and heavy snow up in the mountains there. We're looking at about a ½ inch of rain out of this for the Central Valley here, and as far as snow, it could be several inches on that here. That'll last until the afternoon, start to break up overnight, and then Wednesday late, we could start to see the development of another system that's going to work its way through. Still gathering data on that, and we'll let you know if there's going to be anything out of that one, but for now, Tuesday is the day. Next 3 days look like this. Today we're at 80 degrees. Tomorrow we're at 80. 2 degrees below normal, by the way. And then look at Saturday, all the way down to 76. By the way, Saturday could be a little breezy. 15-mile-an-hour winds there for us. 50s overnight to start there, and it looks like we could get down into the 40s there this weekend overnight. So things starting to really cool down, starting to feel like fall around here. Next, we're taking a look at your highs and lows across the rest of the San Joaquin Valley.
Time is now 5:07. California Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara is under fire, accused of using taxpayer money to fund a luxury lifestyle. He's now being investigated following a report filed with the California Fair Political Practice Commission that reportedly shows receipts from various trips, including ball game tickets, resort stays, and pricey dinners. The investigation comes at a time where insurance rate hikes are spiking across the state of California. Assemblymember David Tongipa is now demanding answers and also calling for Lara's resignation. Tongipa says Lara's alleged actions are not sitting right with him after the area he serves, Fresno, Calaveras, and Inyo counties, that have been impacted by high insurance rates.
I have some of the most fair plan policies in the entire state of California, and these are also in some of the highest high-risk, high-fire areas. They are pricing them out of the market that they can't even live in their own homes. And the people here in the Central Valley are having to pay so much money that they just can't even make it. 1 in every 5 Californians can't pay their utility cost right now.
In March, Lara faced criticism at the Capitol after missing a hearing in the Senate to discuss the state's insurance crisis. Instead, he was in Bermuda attending what he says was a work-related conference with the reinsurance industry. Now, I reached out to the California Department of Insurance for comment to see if there were reasons for these trips, but we have not yet heard back. Now, as of now, Commissioner Lara has not been charged, and his term as insurance commissioner is ending next year. Capitol Hill remains at a standstill this morning as the government shutdown is continuing into its 9th day. Here where negotiations over the GOP-backed funding bill are in limbo. The Commander-in-Chief's desire to deploy the National Guard in several cities is sending the Trump administration to the courtroom, which 2 cities are now taking legal action against the White House and why they argue that stationing troops in their towns is unnecessary.
Hi, I'm Monty Torres with Fox 26 News on YouTube. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel, where we have loads of great content for you to choose from. And while you're here, why not click on the subscribe button right here? That way you can stay in touch with all the latest breaking news, everything news related within the Central Valley. And thank you for watching.